Mrs. D, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mrs. D, and I simply love to bake. So today on my channel, I am going to show you how I created this beautiful Biscoff cake. If you like Biscoff cookies, you're gonna love this cake. This cake is infused with Biscoff milk. You heard it, that's right, that's right. I'd never done anything like this before, but I follow another YouTuber, Shawnee. The title of her channel is Begin with Butter, and she created this recipe, and I was like, oh, I've got to try it. I used to call these cookies the Delta Airline cookies, but I know better now. I know better now. So follow along as I show you step by step on how to create this beautiful Biscoff cake. Let's make our Biscoff infused milk. You'll need whole milk, Biscoff buttercream, vanilla bean pod, and kosher salt. Add all of those ingredients to your saucepan. Now you're not going to boil this. You're going to just cook it until all of your Biscoff cookie butter has dissolved. Now here you see me using a vanilla bean pod. I love using vanilla bean pods when a recipe calls for it because it adds such a vibrant vanilla flavor to whatever you're baking. Now if you don't have a vanilla bean pod, you're more than welcome for this recipe to use pure vanilla extract. Now that all of your ingredients have been well combined, add your Biscoff infused milk to a heat-proof bowl, and you want to top it with a little amount of plastic wrap. And you want to press down so that you can make sure that you can avoid skin forming on the top of your infused milk. To a mixing bowl, I have added my flour, baking soda, and salt and sifted that together. The next step in our recipe, we're going to make some vanilla bean sugar. Now this recipe has a lot of steps. Some of them, if I were to do this recipe again, I would do my infused milk and my infused vanilla bean sugar ahead of time, just so that I wouldn't have so many steps to do the day of preparing this recipe. So here, I'm taking the other half of my vanilla bean pod, adding it to some sugar and massaging it in. Now, I have done this infused vanilla bean sugar before, so check back on my channel and you'll see a recipe where I made the vanilla bean sugar. To the bowl of a stand mixer, we're going to add our butter, our cookie butter, and vegetable oil. And we are going to blend that together until it's well combined. Don't forget to scrape down your bowl, very important part. Next, we're going to add our vanilla sugar, and we're going to add all of that to the bowl and combine these ingredients until it's a creamy consistency. And again, don't forget to scrape down your bowl because there's always ingredients at the bottom of the bowl that don't get mixed in. Next, we're going to add our eggs one at a time. I like cracking my eggs in a separate bowl. I've never come across a situation where I've had a bad egg, but it's just something that I do. So add your eggs one at a time to your mixture don't add the next egg until the previous egg has been well combined. And this is what your mixture should look like. Golden brown and all your ingredients well incorporated. Scrape down that bowl one more time. I say one more time, but you do it as much as you deem necessary, depending on what type of mixer you have. And now we're going to add in our flour. We're going to add in half of our flour. And we're not going to do this on a high speed. We're going to do this on a low speed because we don't want to overmix our ingredients here. And then we're going to add our vanilla bean infused buttermilk because we took the other half of our vanilla bean pod and added it to our buttermilk. And then we'll add the other half of our flour. Make sure that you spray your cake pan down really good, because you don't want to do all this mixing and take your cake out of the oven and then have your cake stuck to your pan. And then we're going to make sure that we've got all those ingredients mixed into our cake batter, scraping down the bowl one more time and adding it to our cake pan. I have already preheated my oven to 325 degrees, and I use an oven thermometer to make sure that the temperature is correct. Shake, shake, shake to make sure we've got all of the air bubbles out of our cake mixture. And we are going to bake our cake for 60 to 70 minutes. I actually baked my cake for 65 minutes. And now it's time to remove it from the oven. And as you see here, I am going to use my handy dandy cake tester to make sure that my cake is cooked completely. Look at that, golden brown. See my little cake tester? I don't know if you can see that, but it says done. And we're going to allow the cake to cool in the pan for 10 minutes before adding the next step, which is we're going to make a simple syrup. And to make a simple syrup, you'll just add water, sugar, and you're going to cook it on a medium to high temperature until all of your sugar has dissolved. Turn off your heat and then add your vanilla extract. Now that our cake has cooled for approximately 10 minutes, we are going to turn our cake out onto our cooling rack. Guys, I was so afraid at this moment that my cake was not going to release. I literally did everything I could, you'll see, to get this cake released from this pan. Shake, 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 shake. Come on, release, release, is what I was thinking in my mind. Ta-da! Look at that beautiful cake. Just a little pieces left behind, but that's okay. And now we're going to take our simple syrup and brush it liberally all over our cake. I didn't use all of my simple syrup here in this recipe the first time that I did it, but the next time I prepare this cake, I'll make sure to use all of that simple syrup, because that simple syrup simply just adds moisture to your pound cake. And now to make our glaze, we need a pinch of salt added to our powdered sugar. And now we're going to use that beautiful infused Biscoff milk to make our glaze. It's up to you how thick or thin you like your glaze. If you find that you follow the measurements and your glaze is too thin, add more powdered sugar. Or if it's not thick enough, do as I'm doing here. Add more infused milk. And that's the consistency that I was looking for. You can decorate your beautiful Biscoff cake any way you choose. I decided to top my cake with a couple of more cookies just to add a little more of that wonderful warm Biscoff flavor. And there you have it, my beautiful Biscoff cake. Guys, this cake was absolutely delicious. You've got to try this recipe. Thanks so much for joining me today on my channel. Be sure to thumbs up this video, but most of all, bake with your family. Be blessed. Bye.